Hi guys, today is a good day. Jeremy Corbyn has accepted that he is going to run as an independent for Islington North. Now that doesn't come as a shock to me because Jeremy Corbyn is a man of integrity and he would not let down his constituents. It's triggered an immediate expulsion from the Labour Party, which was going to come, and he would have known that that was going to come anyway, just like has happened to many of us who campaign for Palestine and care about people in the world, us socialists. Since 1983, Jeremy has been an amazing advocate for both the people of Islington North, who he loves, and also the most vulnerable people and the oppressed in society, not just in this country, but the world over. And he's given millions, including myself, hope. And that's why the many support him now and why he is mentioned in every single one of my videos. I've also supported George Galloway after listening to him and understanding his position when the very same happened to him many years ago, long before we realised that anti-Semitism was being used as a weapon to continue to make a population of people, the Palestinian people, appear to be the world's greatest problem, as they just do, as Keir Starmer has done in his support of Israel and its genocidal intent without qualification. On the subject of George Galloway and the Workers' Party, I will be campaigning alongside them to support every independent with socialist intent and policies to be rid of the UK duopoly political system that supports genocide in Palestine. Now, I've had the conversation on LGBT and the nonsense about his vote against abortion rights with a few already, and it's clear that this message is not getting through properly, and they will do a Jeremy Corbyn on George Galloway once more. Of course they will. I've had to go to Twitter and do battle with a few on this subject, and far too many times now. The truth is, George Galloway voted that people should have a consultancy before making decisions on abortions. He did not say he's against women having a choice or any right to make that choice. There are many clinics where women can just go into at lunchtime and just get an abortion and go straight back to work after that. Now, the vote that George Galloway voted on was actually to say that he believes that people should have a consultancy and have somebody to talk to about this prior to making that kind of decision, because it's a big decision for a woman to make. An abortion is not a light-hearted decision to be made lightly and can lead to all kinds of painful emotional responses after the event that a consultancy would flag that patient up as being potentially in need of support. On gay rights, I know that George Galloway does have some old-fashioned values, but on the other side he has very many gay friends of whom he cares a lot for, and he has said that himself. He makes his position very clear, and I grant you that although his position is maybe a little old-fashioned in his thinking, he does not hate gays. He does not think that gays should be put down or thrown off roofs or any of the other ridiculous notions that people are coming out with. He just would like his children to be taught a little differently. And I think when we're talking about removing our rights to teach the children in the way that we think are right, then we're going down a whole new path altogether. There are far more pressing things, in my opinion, in our world that require our focus. And I know that the LGBT community support it regardless, because that is unconditional love and care for people in this world and in our country. And, you know, whilst regardless of what anybody thinks of them, they still have this great philosophy of care for other people. It doesn't matter who they are. And really, for me, that is my love philosophy too. Everything that South Africa has been saying in its original application has come true, and that's why this response from Israelis lawyers were so brief in the International Courts of Justice. So we have all sort of going through sort of all different stages at the moment. And for Israel to say that after 7 months of indiscriminate bombing, they're operating with international law, we know it's completely absurd when we see with our own eyes how they break those laws and doing irreparable damage that will last lifetimes. Current politics is a game of terrible versus a bit less than terrible. And as I've said this before, this is why everything is getting worse and worse. And this is why our independents have to work very hard now. And we have to work very hard to get out there and get everybody educated that they do have other options, not just Labour or the Tories, not green or blue or red, or we have other options. We have people standing as independents. We have the Workers' Party. We have other people that are trying to bring these people together to work together. And that is really what we need. This is why everything has now come to a head. We've seen our world and what it looks like under these two battling sides that don't even really battle anymore. They're just really supporting each other just to continue the same thing going on as they fill their own pockets. They only need to do the bare minimum to win elections, and they don't even have to do just that. They spend term after term serving themselves. So when a bit less than terrible wins, it's not time for celebration. This happens in most countries, but most easily seen in the USA and the UK. We understand that every time we accept lesser evilism, we're continuously getting less than good. Trump was obviously atrocious as a leader, and Biden is less than that. In the UK, Johnson is atrocious as a leader, and Starmer is a bit less than that. New parties are starting to emerge out of this reality. Independents are emerging out of this reality, and it's time to look elsewhere. For me, I will be supporting anybody that's standing as a socialist independent, and I will do my damnedest to help everybody see it. So if you've got any questions, ask away, because I'm really wanting people out there to understand it isn't just a case of, oh, to get rid of the Tories, you've got to go vote Labour. It's absolutely not the case. There are people that want to make a difference, and they are out there just like we are. We want people like Jeremy Corbyn in power. We want people like George Galloway, who are fighting for the changes that we absolutely need, and we've got to stop picking on small things to get the bigger picture seen properly, and hopefully more people speaking up for us ordinary people in the political arena. So that's it for me now. Dog's having a scratch there. Thanks for listening. I love you all. Bye for now.